You have a new DTF RIP, very specific for people who are in the DTF business. Can you tell me a little bit about it and what's different about it than just using a standard Caldera RIP? You have great RIPs.
Yeah, I think that's a great point on what's different. I would say the biggest thing, number one, if you know Caldera, is that it runs on Windows.
Right.
So our DTF RIP runs on all three platforms, Linux, Mac, and Windows officially. So I think that's huge. We also, with our DTF RIP, it's very user-friendly versus our sign and graphic. It's definitely user-friendly, but it's geared to that market where you need every button and every control. The DTF user experience is very simplified for getting those transfers out on top of the printer.
All right, so whereas traditional Caldera runs on Mac or Linux, this will run on Windows, Mac, whatever. It doesn't really matter.
Correct.
Okay, that's really
multi-platform.
Nice. Multi-platform. Also, I find with the DTF people that they're new to this. Like DTF took like a whole part of America by storm that normally aren't printers. And they're like, you mean I don't just print out of Photoshop or something? There's like, what's a RIP? So we did the what's a RIP thing all over again, like years after we kind of figured it out. And some of the RIPs that they've been working with, let's put it this way. I'm looking at the results of their products. They mean well. They think the issue is film or the shaker. And I'm like, no, it's in your file and it's in your RIP. Mm-hmm. Your color work, the way you support white, is incorrect and it's working against you. Did you at Caldera find that too?
Yeah, absolutely. We've been working with DTG and DTF now for maybe 6 or 7 years, so we have a ton of technology on the back end of the RIP, right? That customers don't even necessarily see, but it allows us to have amazing white generation, so you get really nice hand feel and fade into garments.
Okay.
So all that's really native inside of this new platform.
Yeah, the thing I always loved about, especially Caldera Color, is if you use your little wizard, just following what it suggests, the results are excellent, right? It makes me look like a real color guru, and all I really did is said next, next, next. I'm like, why should I disagree?
Right.
The people that put this together are a lot better at this than I am. And I think you lent that experience to the DTF market in a way, at least from what I've seen of it, where they can just walk through almost like a wizard system that's real easy, that then does the things that color experts would just know to apply. Does that seem fair?
Absolutely, yeah. The color management engine is still amazing. It's a wizard-based still, so building all those processes is very streamlined. It's easy for our customers to do. But with DTF, a lot of our end users actually get pre-built color profiles from their partners.
Sure.
So a lot of these entry-level DTF shops are not necessarily building color profiles.
No,
but all the higher-end ones, yeah, absolutely. And the higher-end ones are really loving the color management and the spot color abilities as well.
Are there any automation processes that are kind of built into it?
Yeah, so customers that are utilizing Prime Center can automate their workflow with the DTF RIP.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it carries over quite nicely, and then there will be more automation coming in Q1 of next year.
I'm assuming you basically take all the main file formats, like whatever they are, they drop in.
Exactly. So PNG, the classic, and then PDFs, all that good stuff, natively supported inside of Caldera Direct-to-Film.
All right. You may have touched on this a little bit, but I would always expect one of the things Caldera does, especially with a RIP that's directed to people that may not have a lot of experience, is you're going to build a lot of templates. Right. You're going to have things where they're like, hey, I don't know what I'm doing. And we're like, hey, we got this. Just do the template system, which is what I will always do. If the template works, there's no reason to fix it.
Yeah, and that's the best part with DTF, right? You don't need a million different profiles. Most customers will find that one profile that works with their film and their ink, and they run with it.
Okay.
So those partners are able to deliver that, and then we embed it and package it with the RIP solution. So getting up to speed is extremely quick. It's basic installation, connecting your printer driver, and then there's even onboarding guides that will walk you through how to use those presets that have been preloaded.
You mentioned it. I wanted to go a little more on it. The knockout tools. Mm-hmm. Knockout is one of the main things that, for people new to this, is yours really easy to use? I mean, does it make it simple? I usually use my wife, actually, as sort of like, can Eileen figure it out? And I'm like, yeah, okay, well, that's really good, because most of our customers are going to buy this, are a nice lady or gentleman who buys it and puts it in their home, has a garage business, and says, "Hey, I'm going to sell DTF on Etsy."
Mm-hmm.
Never seen a RIP before. So
Absolutely.
is the knockout tools, would they lend themselves well to somebody who's very inexperienced?
Yeah, it's literally an eyedropper. So you select the eyedropper
Okay.
of the color. You can set a tolerance if you want to grab more of that range of the color,
Right.
and then it knocks out the color and goes into the garment. So it's extremely easy to
Good, because
use.
I get a feeling a lot of the people doing this aren't necessarily even Photoshop pros.
Yeah, with the direct-to-film, the goal is to not even have to use Photoshop at all.
Really?
It has all the tools built in where you shouldn't have to do that.
So people just
Color
give you
adjustments,
files, you can
everything.
bring them in and then use, oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Like, because you're going to get all these oddball files and you can just handle it right in
Yeah.
the Caldera RIP.
And you don't have to mess with the integrity by opening it up in Photoshop and changing the color space that your customer gave you on accident.
Very good. Printer compatibility. How many DTF printers are there? Like 1,000?
Yeah, how many different names are there?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's talk about at least the ones that are more widely recognized. I'm assuming you guys have very high printer compatibility for most of the products people are going to use.
Yeah, absolutely. All the ones that have been around the market for quite some time, of course. M&R, Roland, Mamaki, every blue chip out there right now, Epson, we support.
You
So I would
support
say
all
that there is hard to find a DTF printer that our RIP does not support.